At some point during the night, we forgot all about the disaster. And by the time the sun started coming up the next morning, we were ready. We came downstairs. There was this big, beautiful tree, this big around and touching the top of that tree was 10 feet tall, maybe 12. And, bigger around than 10 people could wrap their arms. There were presents all over the place, all around the tree, spilling out half over the living room. There were these 5 wagons stacked on top of each other, almost hit the ceiling. Dinah had this beautiful, beautiful little dining set for her dolls. There was so much stuff there that by the time we got it all unwrapped, you couldn't see the floor. It was probably the best Christmas we ever had. Several years later, and I mean 20 years later, I saw a photograph of the living room of that Christmas. And there was something wrong with the camera, something wrong with the film, because it was not as I remembered it. The big tree that was scraping the top of the ceiling wide around as a redwood was this scrawny little sparse thing, half dead. Didn't look a whole lot better than Charlie Brown's. There were a few presents. There were presents around the tree itself. The 5 wagons I remember stacked on top of each other were only 2. Diana's magnificent dining room set for her dolls consisted of a small table and 2 chairs. I learned something from this. Joy and beauty have little to do with the facts. You find joy and beauty in the heart and the imagination. And as such, they survive a lot longer. Also, forgiveness can come at the most dramatic times, just like the cavalry in the movies. Sometimes forgiveness will save you when you least expect it. Memories can betray us, but they can also save us. And as such, they can sustain us when the facts really don't. So that's the point. Merry Christmas.